Thank you for taking a moment just to watch this video. If you're an investor, if you're into flipping homes, you're needing to make some extra money and a good substantial amount of money, I have a proposal you're going to want to hear. This is good. This coffee is really good too, but not as good as what I'm about to tell you. So let's get to it. I'm the founder of Teshuvah Homes. Here in the background, you'll see our first home out of 2 here in Fort Smith, Arkansas. What I'm going to go over with you in this video is how we run the business side of Teshuvah Homes and the financial budgeting around that. And then after the budgeting part about it, you're going to know how much you're investing in spiritual matters, helping to also save lives instead of making a profit, which is the most important thing here. All right, so how does a Teshuvah home run and how does it relate to you financially? We're gonna put it in a house, let's say we can get 8 beds in. This one here behind me, we're able to get 12 beds in, single beds. But usually most homes, you can fit 2 in a room, maybe 3. So we'll just get a house that we can comfortably fit 8 single beds in. We don't have landlord-renters agreements. We have what's called a service fee. This worked out really good in California. The reason why is if a tenant decides to go off the rails with violence or drugs and alcohol, breaks the contract rules that they signed during the screening and interview process of getting in, there's no landlord-tenant rights involved with that. Is an immediate exit. Safety of the home at all levels is a must. We take excellent pride in our homes, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So we charge $600 a month per bed for our services, and what that looks like is we have house management, 2 house managers that are on site. One is here all the time, even during overnights, to ensure the safety of the home, the cleanliness of the home. The managers report to the general manager and to I daily with various communications about if there's any problems, any needs, anything that needs to get fixed, anything got broken down, whatever the needs are, we can immediately respond to that. All right, so let's get down to the numbers real quick and we'll get back to the rest of this. So 8 beds at $600 a month, that's $4,800. Now out of the $4,800 for that unit, we subtract the costs for the needs of the clients here in each home. So we have a roughly, let's say it's $800 a month. And this is a ballpark, things depending on the property could be more and then the prices change. But so we have, let's say $800 a month for rent. And then we have about $800 a month as a stipend for food. One of the things about Teshuvah Homes is we supply all their food, all their staples and basics, such as rice, beans, eggs, milk, cereals, meats. They won't have to if they can't afford to eat. We provide that for them. They don't have to worry about any of the utility bills and the headache of paying those every month. We're gonna do that for them. Yay! We're also going to take care of all the utilities through the revenue. Household cleaning supplies. We have $100 a month that we set aside to make sure when the tenants, they have their daily house chores. And every week on Thursdays, we have what's called a double scrub, a really deep clean. And then most importantly, we have $1,000 set aside, maybe just $500 depending on how big the home is, but we pay our house managers a stipend of $500 each. So the total monthly expenses to run the ministry is $2,850 a month. So total income, again, $4,800 out of those 8. You're having the ministry taking care of all the financial maintenance and the cleaning of each home. The food, the PG&E, water, all that garbage is paid for by the revenue of the Teshuvah home. And we're left with $1,950. With that, we split That leaves us $975 a month each as an investor. And again, that's just for an 8-bedroom home. The bigger the home, obviously, like this here, this home is 12 beds. The profit on that, I believe, was $7,200 a month. So anything above and beyond the financial needs for the ministry goes into a prudent reserve. I'm also in a nonprofit status, filing an LLC. I'll be working on getting grant writers and people to help out with that are smarter than me on the financial end and how to increase the funds for the ministry. And the biggest reason why is we want to take care of the home and those in our home with excellence. Perhaps for the first time, someone's going to come here and actually experience the love of Abba like never before. Our homes are designed like the first century, the days in the book of Acts. They went to house, breaking bread, checking on the community's needs, bringing everything and laying all their profits at the feet of the apostles. What does a member of the house need? Are they struggling with their car? It's breaking down. Our prudent reserves go to help our housemates with any needs like that so they can continue to go to work and get where they need to go. One of the residents is like, school's coming up, I can't afford school clothes, and maybe they need to they want to go to college. We have a prudent reserve to help those funds as well, those needs. I am available to call, to have a video chat, and or meet in person to go over all these details. I have brochures and pamphlets, even videos such as this going in more details to make the vision absolutely clear and efficient as possible from the things I've learned and suffered like I'm Messiah over the years of jail ministries, drug and alcohol ministries, homeless ministries. It's all those heartbreaks and experiences that have brought me before you now today. Let's talk about the biggest investment now. This home and the other home, we're starting off with veterans. One's gonna be a man's home, and yeah, both men's right now until we can get some women's staff on board, which we're working on. Been with family who have been in the military and have seen war. The post-traumatic stress, the trauma, the physical disabilities, and the emotion. Being a soldier, being able to do the physical things that a soldier can do to being stuck in a wheelchair or worse. Your sponsorship and what that looks like is setting up either renting a house, or if you already own a house that you want to turn it into a Teshuvah home. The upfront cost is what we need to get you these monthly funds of $975 a month. We need help furnishing the places with the beds and dressers, basic. We need help with first months and deposit to get into a place. And of course, this will all be in a contract notarized of these funds guaranteeing to get to you for helping the ministry make happen. I am not in a place where no matter how many homes are opened up, I have a budget report, a projection report readily available of what I need to run the ministry and for my YouTube channel called Blood Testimonies. Anything above and beyond the monthly cap goes into the prudent reserve to meet the needs that we talked about already for each client and the home. So we have veterans that are going through so much trauma, mental and physical disabilities. Your investment is into a greater need of helping bring healing, restoration, peace of mind, peace in their heart, and then peace in the body follows. I have another video I'll put in a link here of more details about how the house runs, what it looks like, what each member does or client does, such as daily chores, the double scrub that we mentioned earlier, and much, much more. So I thank you for your consideration of being a sponsor, stepping up to help. Right now, this is just homes for the veterans. We have greater needs still to go to. We have visions for those who keep going in and out of penitentiaries. They don't have a place like this when they get out to control their focus and change thoughts and behavior patterns through reconditioning, where the 10 Commandments is the living standard. We teach how and what it looks like to have no other gods before him. We walk them through the commandments and what it means to not have any idols. If you've ever been bound by drugs and alcohol or pornography or even food addictions, those are idols. People that are getting out of treatment centers, that revolving door once again, and I know from have been in the 12-step world since I was 17 years old. I am almost 52 now. What happened to me? I used to be cool. This is an environment they can come to, again, have peace, a home environment, community. We're going to help them and so many more to help redirect their focus on spiritual things of above and not of this world that keeps entrapping them to think that one more time it'll be different. Definitely, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to drink only but on the weekends. Hanging out with Jeff, man, it's not going to get that crazy this time. Woo, that party though. Woo. The bigger investment is creating community in each home where long-lasting life change happens, where they're not being so easily beset with the sin that is before them. They can take victory over these issues, starting here and then in here. Your sponsorship does much more than give a return to you and to this ministry. Healing and restoration is the outcome. Thank you. We'll talk soon.